This next section of the tutorial is to adding of drivers. Now, as you see in the taxi and driver details, there's now the button there for view add drivers. So to add a driver, simply click it once. It will now load the drivers menu. Now this is looks quite complex, but it's quite actually easy to use. So all you do is click on the add button. Now you best put in the driver's last name first, as a sample shown here. So I'll actually put that in, Stacey Daniel, which is myself, and I'll put my address in and hit the enter key. It's always hit the enter key to go from field to field. Don't use the tab. Now the state button will now come up. You can just select or just type in the first letter, so Vic, and now add the postcode. Now the date of birth is just handy to have that in case of a speeding fine or anything. You've got to identify the driver, so I'll just put a mystery one in here. I'll put in a, now the driver's license number is the actual Victorian driver's license number. So just put in, I'll just put in a mystery here, and the expiry of it. I'm just going to put a mystery date. Now the taxi license number is known as the DC number, so I'll just put in a mystery for that as well, and put in a mystery expiry date. Now the driver's home phone, it's optional. If you want to store it, it's handy if you've got to ring a driver, but I won't put it in there. I'll put my mobile in, and just hit the enter. Now the date you hired them, this is just handy if you have a speeding fine or something and you're trying to identify who the driver was. It'll actually be easier to track down, so just put in a mystery date. Now date finish, it's obviously only used if they finish up, so if they're still driving for you, just hit enter on that and it will come up that they're still employed. Now it requires the driver's ABN. It's a requirement that you have all the driver's ABN, so I'm just going to put in a mystery number. Now you'll see on this right hand side it's got a driver active, so that means that they will actually show up on the driver's menu. If you don't want to see them if they leave, and you don't want them coming up on your entry menus and your report menus, you just simply unclick it, and that way they won't come up. But we need this driver active. Now you'll go down income type. Now you've got three sets. You've got commission income, you've got owner income, and set paying. Now I'm going to put this driver down as commission income, and once you've done that, you'll hit the enter key. Then it will you have an option for the insurance levy. This is an optional charge per shift for the driver to cover any insurance fees. I'm going to select yes for this. Now this is where you put in the amount of what you charge the driver every shift, so we'll put it $5. Now the tax invoice frequency, some drivers would like a tax invoice either monthly or quarterly. I'll put this driver down as quarterly, which is myself, and hit the enter key. Now straight away it'll load the default commission rates at 50%. So if you're happy with them, just hit the enter key. Say for instance on a Sunday you give the driver 52.5%, just change that and keep hitting the enter key. And a Monday night you might give them 55%, and a Tuesday night you'll give them 55%, and just hit the enter until you get to the Sunday, and then it will tell you that the record has been successfully added. Do you wish to add another? And I'll add a second one. I'm just going to put in a mystery name here. Just Mystery Street. I'll just put Corio, and I'll just make up mystery dates, mystery numbers. It's best if you have the right numbers, of course. And I won't put in for the phone or mobile, just put a mystery date for the date hired, and a mystery number. But this time I'm going to actually put this driver on a set paying. So click on the set paying, and it will come up with the previous thing. It was insurance levy and we do charge, so you go yes and put in the amount. And this time we'll put this driver on monthly invoices. Now this time it doesn't go to the commission rates, it goes down to the set paying amounts. So if you want the driver to pay you, say, $120 for a for a Monday, you just type in the amount, hit enter. It'll then change to black to show you that it's in. Tuesday we'll put the same. Wednesday 125. Thursday 140. Friday 140. Saturday 100. Sunday 100. And for Monday night, $60. These are all just completely made up. You put in whatever you like. 60 for Tuesday, 80 for a Wednesday, 130 for a Thursday, 170 for a Friday, 250 for a Saturday, and say $100 for a Sunday. And you'd enter, and will say the same thing: successfully added. Do I wish to add another? And at this stage we'll go no. Now these are what the actual driver has to pay you. So if they take, say for instance, $250 on a Monday, they will receive $130. You will always receive only $120. And that concludes the tutorial on how to input drivers.